Arsenal 3, the Vermin 1. Project Youth has banged, and it banged in a big way. That first half was absolutely devastating. They looked shell-shocked. They didn't know what had hit them. The hard running style, the quick passing, the physicality. That was absolutely the perfect first half. 10 out of 10 for the first half. We got the goals. We looked solid. Limited them to scraps. I think it was only the Son chance that they really had in the first half. And it was a complete first half. Obviously, when we see the starting 11, we're all having meltdowns about Granit Xhaka. But he actually played all right today. Went off injured. I don't know how bad or serious that is. I haven't seen anything on that. Obviously, still working. But same with Saka as well. He went off injured. And it's good as well that both of them, Saka and Smith Rowe today, actually both chipped in. They both got a goal. They both got an assist. Because for the last 8 months or so, they've not been fantastic for us. Smith Rowe obviously doesn't play for the England national team, and Saka has had his best performances for England. But today, wow. And rightly so, Smith Rowe got man of the match. He was absolutely unplayable in that first half, especially. Knackered in the second half, same as Saka. But that first half, he was unplayable. Genuinely, Smith Rowe, unplayable. The 1-2 with Aubameyang was absolutely top class. And it was funny because I didn't expect it. I expected us to win. We always beat this lot. Let's be real. They've beaten us once in 28 attempts at our ground. So I predicted a win. I predicted 2-1. But to go 3-0 up against them, I was like, wow. Like, I know they're crap, but we're equally as crap. Today, we absolutely blew them apart in that first half. And it reminded me a little bit of Arsenal Man United at the Emirates when we went 3-0 up against them. And it was like, now let's go and kick on in the second half. Let's go and absolutely embarrass them. Unfortunately, that never happened. A lot of complacency in the second half. And as good as we were in the first half, we weren't that great in the second. They obviously got back in it with a 3-1. And then Ramsdale made probably the save of the season, if I'm honest. That save was unbelievable. And he's been really good. A player that I didn't want, a player that I didn't think was good enough. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and start hyping him. But when he plays well, I'm going to hype him. And he's played for 4 games straight and been fantastic. So you can only base it off of what he's doing. And I'm warming to him, shall I say, with Ramsdale. I'm warming to him big time because he has made a big impact in terms of how vocal he is. His kicking is 10 times better than Leno's. Leno, I don't ever want to see him again. Hansi Flick was in the crowd tonight. Probably never paid for his tickets, so we can't be disappointed that you never see Leno playing. But it was a great save. Tomiyasu, another one. Not necessarily a natural right back, but again, he's been absolutely superb. And it was a really good performance today. I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't go and slap them 5 or 6 because they were there for 5 or 6. And I feel like if we had made our subs at about 65 minutes, maybe take off Saka, he looked knackered at that point. Maybe take off Smith Rowe, he looked knackered at that point. Bring on Martinelli, bring on Pepe. Bang. They're trying to get back in the game. It was still 3-0 at that point. They're trying to get back in it. All of a sudden, you bring 2 good players onto the pitch that are quick, tricky, can score goals, create goals. They're leaving gaps at the back. I feel like there was a missed opportunity there. But listen, can't be disappointed beating Spurs 3-1. I knew they'd score. That's why I predicted 2-1. And it was actually funny just to see their fans walking out the ground after 39 minutes. Big up to all of their fans who actually stayed right till the end of stoppage time because there weren't many. And they've probably done that trip for the last 28 times and only seen 1 victory. So, listen, you've got to say that's proper hardcore if they're staying right to the end. Less said about Toby, the better. We'll ruin him on Matisse's show, London's Club Carnage, on Wednesday. I'm going to absolutely drill him on Wednesday because he left at half-time after paying 100 quid for his ticket. But, no, all in all, good performances. Odegaard today was decent. He grew into the game. I thought he was poor for the first 25 minutes. Backwards, sideways, but then after that, I felt like he grew into it, and he was picking up better spaces in the game after that. The initial first 25, he was getting barged off by Ndombele every time. 3 or 4 times that happened. giving the ball away, not making the runs into the little half spaces and in between the lines. But after that, I feel like he did that. So good performance from him today. Listen, everyone was decent today. Yeah, you can't knock a single player today. I think everyone was decent today. And you'd just be nitpicking just for the sake of nitpicking if you said that any of them had a bad game, because they didn't. You know, Granit Xhaka, I didn't know he was on the pitch until he tried to 2-foot Lucas Moura. And then after that, I see him start spraying the ball around. He was going forward. He was elevating the play. He was mopping up for Thomas Partey and vice versa. Thomas Partey was epic today as well. He was superb in midfield. He won that battle on his own at one point. And it was just like, yo, they're shook. They're proper shook. So, listen, what a fantastic performance. But enjoy it. Wind everyone up. Take the mick with it. Put it everywhere, all over your socials. We move to Brighton next. They could potentially go top of the league tomorrow if they beat Crystal Palace. And they're not an easy team. We got them next Saturday, 5:30 kickoff, I think. That's going to be a totally different game. The level of intensity and fluidity I see today is how we should start every single game. Yeah, I don't see that often enough. And I know you set up differently against different teams. I get all of that. But essentially, it's a simple game. Yeah. One thing I want to say as well, big up to everyone who clapped. Yeah. Jimmy Greaves, RIP to him. I thought it was a minute silence. I actually did a minute silence. Even though I was watching it, I did a minute silence. Everyone was clapping. But listen, that was fantastic. Yeah. Jimmy Greaves, I wasn't old enough to have seen him play football. But from what I've heard, what I've seen, what I've watched, he was an absolute legend of English football. So tragic that he's gone. Same with Rocky Rocastle, and Tottenham fans were impeccable with that as well. So listen, it was nice that the whole stadium stood up and clapped him. And and it was nice that we ended up going on and winning the game as well. But all in all, 3 points. Yeah, we're up to 10th, I think. I think we go above Tottenham on goal difference now. I think we're level with Brentford. But we've got some catching up to do, and we're 5 points off the top of the table after 6 games. It's not a disaster, but listen, rein it in. We ain't getting in that top 4. There's too many bad performances in this team, but for today, fantastic performances all over the park, and that is why I get the ump, because you can play like that. So where was that against Norwich and Brentford when we're scraping through? Sorry, not Brentford, Norwich and Burnley. Where was that when you're playing against Brentford? And people are saying about, oh, we had injuries and COVID. Listen, we should be beating Brentford. No disrespect. And before anyone cries on about Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool are allowed an off day every now and again. They're a fucking brilliant football team. Yeah, we have an off day quite often. But today was an on day. And yes, Project Youth has banged. It has banged. I'm surprised Arsenal ain't tweeted that out yet. Big up to all of you lot, man. More fan cams to come as well. Plenty more to come. Jez is coming. Gracie May. I've got Brandon. I've got Henry Wright TV. He's getting smoked about Gabonese Bon Lahore. What's he talking about? I've also got Matt as well. So keep your eyes peeled. Player ratings later tonight as well. We're out of it. Laters. I'll save the Arteta out tonight. He can have a pass tonight.